Are your talking points ready?
All right, we're live. Now go ahead. What happened? What actually happened with the wiretapping?
Comey said that's not what happened, and the NSA guy, I can't remember his name off the top of my head. He's like, that's not even what he does. I don't. For whatever reason, the congressman didn't really seem to have any clue what the fucking NSA does. So that was complicated. Because they kept asking the NSA guy if he was spying on Americans. The NSA doesn't do that.
Yeah, wink, wink.
Well, not directly. You know, where they come in is because all of Trump's cabinet officials and whoever the fuck is, actually communicating with the Russians, they get picked up on those on the NSA side because these guys are talking to fucking intelligence targets of the NSA. I mean, yeah, you're pretty fucking corrupt if you end up getting wiretapped. So, I mean, that's the coincidental, I don't even know if coincidental is the correct word, but, that's why these guys are ending up, that's pretty much the basis of this whole thing happening.
I mean, are we talking about the same thing where I think Hogan posted something about there's an investigation going on where like these Russian mafia members that were staying in Trump Tower were busted by some government officials and they were wiretapping them.
Yeah, well, that's a separate thing. What happens is there's just a constant swirl of fucking just corruption and like basically spying, going on.
Alleged corruption.
I don't think you end up on NSA wiretaps by chance. I mean, these guys should not even be speaking to the people that they're speaking to. And, what these conversations are, if they come out, it's a real problem. And, but the thing that Hogan and I think FAH posted, that's separate. That's some type of money laundering investigation that was going on prior. But if you guys read during the Trump eventually getting the nomination, I mean, this guy's been surrounded by these fucking corrupt fucks forever. He's always had these Russian mob guys just like surrounding him, because they're all laundering money with these buildings. That's what you do. So, he should have never got the nomination in the first place. And now everyone's acting surprised when, you turn a corner and there's all these fucking mafia guys or these intelligence agents working for Russia. The thing with Russia, it's basically a fucking mafia state. So you have the government directly involved with all of these like schemes and projects that they have going on with the money laundering. It's all about money. So,
yeah.
I don't think this should be a surprise to anyone.
What exactly is it you believe Russia is guilty of?
In terms of what?
Just in terms of interfering with the election and any Trump-related criminal activity. Obviously, there's threads linking him to the mafia now, and I'm sure more will come out. It seems to be the flavor of the month or flavor of the year even. It might go on for some time.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, what was going on here, him becoming a presidential candidate and all this other stuff, like that's kind of, that's why it's an issue now. But it seems like, the money laundering and all of the other shit that was going on, and he's been doing his whole life, and it's all coming to a head now. And that's kind of, I guess, where we're at. But as far as the democratic process, I feel like it's really been subverted and kind of tainted here, because I don't think, and obviously everyone's gonna say, well, America does this. Well, that's not right either. But as essentially a leader of the free world, I don't think Russia should be interfering with our elections, which evidently they are. And when you have Flynn and all these people who, Flynn was in the White House. He was the head of the NSC.
And how exactly do you think they interfered with the election?
Well, I mean, if you saw Comey speak yesterday, the planting of stories, the hacking that was going on, all of that was connected to Russia. That's a fact.
Right.
So that's really problematic, and I mean that's what countries do. And I think it really damaged.
Do you think the stories and propaganda? I don't really understand the issue there, mainly because what can you do to stop what they post on the internet? How do you stop another sovereign nation from propaganding online? How do you stop that or monitor that?
I mean, you can monitor it. You can see it happening. I mean, they clearly.
Sure, you can see it, but you can't stop it. I think as the world gets smaller and technology advances, that's just going to become normal.
Well, I have to hope it doesn't. Or the idea of democracy is in real danger, especially if you don't have an educated population who has the.
Hold on. You just said our democracy is in danger. What democracy? What the hell are you talking about? The government has been bought and paid for. What are you talking about? What democracy?
But the question is, what can you even do about it? If a nation wants to post propaganda propping up a candidate for another nation, what recourse do you have against that? Like, it's kind of going to get to a point with technology where that's just part of the game. Like, that's just part of how it goes.
Part of the game.
Yeah.
Like, America's going to clap back.
Or you're going to say, if you're in Russia, you can't post a this candidate article on Facebook. Like, it just gets silly. Like, you can't do anything about it. You just can't stop it. Unless you're going to censor other nations during the election.
That you can make people aware of it. I mean, that's one of the first things that you need to do, because obviously people, I hate to use the term, the fake news and all that other shit, they can joke about it and then use it in a way to make the term irrelevant. But that's what's going on, and that's what's been going on, where you have these fake stories and fake sources, and that's used to turn opinion. By making people aware of where this information is coming from and what they're trying to guide you to. I think that's really important. Finding ways to get rid of, these botnets that have been set up to post propaganda, even if you're just playing whack-a-mole. But, the most important thing is making people aware of it and understanding why it's happening. And I think that's the biggest thing.
Fair enough. I actually would agree with that. And the hacking, what kills me more about the hacking than the actual hacking itself is the fact that people are more upset that we were hacked by Russians than the fact that the stuff that they exposed was actually going on. Like, they basically showed us what was going on behind closed doors, and we're angry that they opened that door. We're angry that they hacked.
I don't know if that's the case, honestly. I mean, and what was going on behind closed doors? I mean,
you would have preferred if it was never hacked and we never knew what was going on behind closed doors.
But you're acting like it was such a big thing what was going on, but it really wasn't. I mean, you're reading, if people even bothered to read a lot of them, it's fucking, conversations between. I don't see anything that nefarious there.
Sure, but if we're gonna all, desire or pretend as though we desire transparency, it shouldn't have been that huge an issue that they were offering transparency.
But that's not what's going on, Dad.
I know it only occurred on one side. No, I'm not gonna pretend like they weren't biased. But it's not like they were. It's not like that was fake news. The hacks were conversations that were really taking place.
Yeah, but were the conversations that were taking place damaging? I didn't see that.
I didn't really see anything damaging.
Yeah.
Except the Bernie Sanders.
What? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, Bernie Sanders fiasco. But in the main election, the presidential race,
Yeah. The thing is, there's kind of the Bernie Sanders thing, but I think it's been really blown out of proportion.
Well, you weren't on TV.
You would say that.
Yeah.
You weren't a Bernie supporter. Fuck out of here, man.
You have to remember that Hillary was running against this guy. They weren't working on the same team. It was an election. So yeah, if she has bad things to say about him, or if her, what's his name? If her campaign chair wants to talk shit or try to, do schemes so she wins, I mean, that's what's going on. And Bernie Sanders got.
The fix was in. The fix was in, man. It was crazy because the fix was in. That's what pissed me off.
Fucking T-Painting again.
God damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit wasn't fair at all.
Move your microphone.
The thing is, and some of the stuff that came out about Bernie Sanders, he was doing backhanded shit as well. I mean, it's a fucking election.
What was he doing that was so backhanded?
He got censored several times for some of the shit that he did.
Oh, I gotta grab
Like what?
Hillary and Bernie stands going at it. Oh yeah.
But like what did he do that was so egregious? Because the way I see it, Hillary was way worse than he was. At least, Bernie was like, listen, I'm trying to give y'all schools, I'm trying to give y'all health care. We're going to try to cut the military budget, get it back to the people. We need to fix our trains, our streets, and shit like that. And the shit was good. The shit made sense. You know what I'm saying? We have like 500 billion for fucking military that we don't even engage in like massive conflicts. Why did they need all this money for military weapons when we don't engage in massive conflicts? We don't engage in massive wars like we used to. So this budget that they have for military shit, it needs to get cut in half. In my opinion, we could use some of that money to to give people jobs and that shit.
I don't think anyone's arguing otherwise.
I don't think anyone here disagrees with that.
Yeah.
Except maybe.
Yeah. But at the same time, it's like
about military spending.
But at the same time, it's like, okay, we knew what Bernie's stand was, but Hillary was like mad vague on her shit. Plus, she was doing mad shady shit. Every time you heard about her, she was there doing shady shit, no matter what it was. It was just basically like one thing after another. Like, oh, I'm gonna talk to Goldman Sachs. I'm gonna get paid off. She was getting paid millions off of these speeches, and nobody even knew what the speeches was about. And then when they tried to find out, they was blocked on trying to find out. Like there was one guy who had a microphone, and they put like a white air noise so they wouldn't be heard outside the house.
Right, let's not bash Hillary. I want to ask you a question as a Bernie Sanders supporter.
I'm not a Bernie Sanders supporter.
Okay, how did you feel though? How did you feel when Sanders endorsed Hillary?
I felt it was like, okay, Bernie didn't win, but at the same time, it was just like I can't explain it. It wasn't. I knew it wasn't personal. To me, it wasn't a personal affront, but I knew exactly why he threw his hat in with Hillary, because it was like it would look bad if he said "fuck this bitch," I'm not gonna endorse her. After all that shit that he said, he's gonna be like, "No, I mean, yeah, he could have did that, and I would have been like, yes, sir, bravo, I'm not gonna, bravo." But at the same time, it's like he had to. I guess he had to keep the party together in a way. So it's like, they didn't want the Democrats to implode right then and there. Because imagine if he actually turned against the Democratic Party after all that shit happened, and was like, "Listen, I'm not gonna endorse Hillary. I'm gonna go after Hillary now."
You mean
because
yeah.
y'all are basically tripping me up because y'all want to endorse this corrupt bitch. I'm gonna fucking destroy her off of that.
So
If he was really
saying,
vindictive
so
about
you're
it.
saying you understand why he betrayed his
Yeah,
principles
I
and
mean,
sided with the establishment.
it was like, listen, I don't want to do it, but I guess the Democrat, he probably looked at it like logically, the Democratic Party. I'm not gonna have him implode with me ripping apart the base. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, you wanna rip apart the base, but you can't do it because if you do it, then our party is fractured. The Democratic Party will be fractured.
And lo and behold, they're
Regardless.
destroyed and fractured anyways.
And that's the irony of it. That was the irony of it. Like they just destroyed themselves anyway. It made no sense.
DNC, it's funny all the like anti-Trump and Trump hate. It's when you look at the big picture, it doesn't mean anything. You get rid of Trump, the VP won't even name him. Because he terrifies me. He takes over. Like nothing stops the Republican ship. Like they're still in full control. They don't need Trump. I mean, you get rid of Bannon and Trump, and then Speaker what's his face takes over. Like the Republican ship just keeps on chugging along. Like Democrats are thinking so small. It's just sad that Republicans are out here doing everything that they want to do, and the Democrats are just hoping that he's a Russian spy or something. Like it's just unreal to watch what's happened to the two-party system.
Like I said, it's a bad idea to just even be a Democrat because at the end of the day, most of the Democrats are the same thing. They're just a nicer ton of Republican, basically.
I think we've seen that it does make a difference which side is elected. I don't think you can.
I mean, it does, but at the same time, it's like the Republicans, off the bat that they're racist, they're corrupt, they're xenophobic. No, hear me out. They're corrupt, they're xenophobic, they basically do everything for money. At the end of the day, the Democrats be like, okay, we're not racist, but we're like in the middle. It's like it's never really a hard left. They're not hard left anymore. It's basically they're Republican, like they're like a Republican Bud Light.
You can't even say that. I mean, look at the fucking Republican.
It's true.
Yo, you're just shouting, man. Yo, look at
Donald Brazil. Look all the shit that she was doing behind the scenes.
Who the fuck cares? None of that shit matters, man. It doesn't.
It's the head of the DNC, and the fix was in.
I like what you're saying, Norman, but I can't agree that they're the same thing. I think it's obvious to anyone who actually pays attention.
Same thing. But like I said, well, so it's like, guess what? We're not as bad as the Republicans, but we do our dirt too. It's like
Republican light.
Yeah, it's a Republican light. That's what it is. Like Republican.
Let me know. Let me know when the Democrats, slash funding for fucking PBS and the National Arts Endowment, everything else. People.
Like I said,
on fucking Meals on Wheels, buddy. Okay.
Look at me. I'm not a Republican.
Think about it. Have a little self-respect.
You get what I'm saying? The Democrats used to be the opposite of Republicans, right? But ever since this whole Hillary thing came about, it's moving towards the middle because you see a lot of the thing is though. I see more and more corruption on the Democrat side, which is what I usually see on the Republican side. So at the same time, it's like for me, objectively, when I'm looking at it like the Democrats, like, yo, son, you're just a lighter version of Republicans. You may not be tyrannical like them, but at the same time, you have mad skeletons in your closet. You take bribes. You do mad shit because you want to get paid off of it. I can't, in all honesty, endorse a Democrat because if I see you doing dirt just as much as the Republicans, why would I even vote for you? You know what I'm saying? It's like, why would I even vote for a candidate who's shady as well? You know what I'm saying? It makes no sense. You're supposed to be the opposite of the Republicans, not in the middle like them. You're not like them. You're not like them.
You're ignoring the fucking outcome.
What outcome?
What do you mean, what outcome?
What do you mean what outcome? At the end of the day, the Republicans.
Look at the budget. Look at this healthcare act. Look at everything that's fucking going on.
Because the Republicans are in control, and this is what happens when the American people are stupid and just basically say, "I'm going to vote for this guy because he's up for my rights." And meanwhile, the Republicans are laughing at Congress getting paid off for these lobbyists and shit. And at the end of the day, it's like, guess what? Republicans are in control.
Oh, we hear you.
Oh, you too?
Yeah, we hear you.
I mean, at the end of the day, guess what? The Republicans are in control, and the Democrats has failed. I don't know why, but hey, guess what? I guess everybody's leaning too hard right now. Everybody's come out of the closet being racist, being anti-immigrant, anti-Muslim, anti-this, anti-Mexican, anti-black. I mean, it's like, guess what? Guess what? That's the way. And you know what's funny? We as black people always knew that level of hate was always bubbling under the surface, and I guess Trump just said, "Okay, it's okay for this to happen." So a lot of people are coming out like this. They're letting their hate show. We always knew. I always knew it was like this under the surface.
It's all hate.
It is. I'm talking about the fact that America has moved to the right, have moved to the hard right. It's
Oh God! I was just thinking to myself, what is this nigga talking about?
He's like the Democrats or the Democrats, but I'm like, at the end of the day, the Democrats hasn't done shit for black people anyway. Basically, remember when that Russia hacker basically put that shit online, and basically the Democrats is like, any black person who asks you for a solid pledge to do something for our community, guess what? You just give them small talk and make sure they go on their way. Like, yeah, I'll help you out, but not really, And it's been like that for years. Black people have not gained anything for the Democrats' votes. They have not gained anything for the Democrats' votes.
All right.
Have they? No. Have they? No. Have we gotten reparations? No. Have we gotten any money because of slavery? No. Have we stopped the cost of No. We haven't done anything for our Democratic vote. So you know what? Ever since this whole election, I'm looking at the Democrats in a whole new light. Ever since the whole leak happened, I'm like, guess what? I will vote for you now. All black people should not even vote Democrat no more. It should be like, you know what? Fuck y'all niggas. We're not gonna vote for y'all no more. We're not voting for Republicans. We're not voting Democrats. We're not doing anything for y'all. Y'all not gonna give us what we want. Fuck y'all. 30% of the population. Hey, we're not gonna vote for you. Period. Oh, our ancestors died for the right to vote. Guess what? The fix is in. It doesn't matter anymore anyway.
Handy's got your back.
That's true.
Uncle Hotep's with you.
He's like, I don't even gotta say shit.
No, think about it. It's true. What have black people done for all the Democratic shit we put up for years? Nothing.
I'm gonna enjoy playing this back and listening to how we got here.
Yeah.
I mean, I had slavery and
at the same time, you know I'm right. Everybody knows I'm right. It's true.
And reparations, and I'm just like, what is we?
Sanders was going to give us reparations. You guys just didn't read the talking points,
The fuck happened? You all right, man?
I'm pissed because he's like, oh, the Republicans, the Democrats, are this. I'm like, the Democrats has done shit for us. The Republicans, I know what I'm getting.
I think he was just saying you can't say they're the same thing. I don't think he was actually saying they're anything.
But at the same time, it's like now we see the Democrats ain't gonna help us anyway. So what the fuck is the point?
No, they can't help us now. I mean, isn't that what you want?
I know they can't help us now. They suffer, and you know what's funny? The privileges of the minority vote has put them in that position. They took our votes for granted, and now they have to pay the price. When the country falls into darkness, guess what? We're gonna be like, we told y'all, motherfuckers. We told you.
I don't think the world works that way, buddy.
It does. It's sliding into that darkness shit. You can see it. You can see it coming. You can see it coming. You know it.
You know it.
So when we're standing on top of this burning trash heap, celebrating, what did we win?
We're making America great again.
Oh, fuck. Oh, did you hear that? Oh, shit.
I think he's expanded his hat collection. You're really going hard.
Yeah, I got the green. This is the limited edition. You know what I mean? This is you see the clover.
God help us.
Digga, serious question, Digga. Like, how much hate do you run into rocking your "Make America Great Again" hat? Like, how many stares, scowls, and all of that do you get?
Oh, in public, no, I don't get that money.
You're in a predominantly white area, then, yes.
Yeah, I live in rural Pennsylvania. It's not
Checks out.
black majority.
I was gonna say you're probably in heaven. You're in cack heaven out there.
You ponging out there, man? You ponging out there?
That's what we do out here.
Candy, when you gonna trade the caddy in for a pickup truck, man?
I don't know. I might have to, man. I gotta get a new whip, man. The caddy broke down, man.
Uh-oh.
Gotta do something, man.
So you
That's
should make that
money
trip
up.
to Philadelphia. Make that trip to Philadelphia with that hat on.
I've been in Philly with this on, man. What are you talking about, man? What are you talking about?
All right, man.
Man, you're like a real life Clayton Bigsby right now. This is crazy.
Nah, man. It's Hotep, man. We do what we want, man. I don't care what y'all talking about.
Hotep. I stumbled into the root on accident. Man, that Hotep shit, all that black enlightenment. Hey, man, more power to him, but that shit is some wacky shit.
Yeah, there's different degrees of Hotep depending where you go. You know what I mean? Like, Facebook Hotep is different than Twitter Hotep.
Right.
And Coli Hotep is just on another level. You know what I mean? Everybody's different.
Yeah, so like you guys are like basically, you're just kind of reinventing the whole Black Nubian, York type thing.
We don't call that Malachi
Don't you think
York,
like
man.
shaping your Hotepness, if that's even a word, your Hotepness around things like Twitter and Facebook kind of takes away from whatever it's supposed to be in the first place?
Nah, because this is where the shines. We got to battle the shines where they at. That's where the black liberals is at.
Oh, I see. Twitter and Facebook are battlegrounds.
Black liberals to war.
Oh, okay.
We have to destroy the black liberal, to make them, break them down. You know what I'm saying? And get their minds right. This is what we out here doing. This is a battle. This is a culture war, man. This ain't no joke.
How much they paying you?
Don't laugh. This ain't no joke.
How much they
Trying
paying
to
you?
save Black America.
What about the black woman, brother? We saving them too?
Black woman is God. You know the deal. Black woman is God.
Your YouTube videos are doing numbers, so you're doing something right.
Hey man, I'm just out here grinding, man, trying to get my piece of the pie. You know what I'm saying? That's
Seems
all
like
I'm
you're
doing.
just apologizing and agreeing with Trump. It's doing numbers, man.
It's that Trump gravy train, man. Listen, you better drive. You jump on that Trump train. Either way, listen. If you diss Trump or you for him, you gonna get the Trump stimulus package. I'm telling you, man. I'm good for 8 years, man. I'm riding.
Hey man, we might see you on CNN, man, or no, my bad, Fox News.
I'm trying to get on something, man. You know what I mean? I was already in a movie. Somebody just did an interview. I'll be getting interviews and everything, man. I might be on TV. There's something. It might be on TV. Don't sleep. Don't sleep.
You should debate Brother Polite,
Oh man, he's way over my head, man. I don't got nothing for Polite now.
You really felt that life must destroy and break down the black liberal. Let me write that down. I'm gonna write a piece.
We on the ass, man. But then y'all see how these liberals acted around Dave Chappelle show, man.
No, I mean, what happened?
They're going crazy about this, man. They calling Dave Chappelle transphobic and homophobic because he was making jokes, man. They sick. They sick in their heads, man.
I don't understand what joke she made to make them so angry. I was watching the special. I didn't watch it. I didn't even know what the hell he say.
Speaking of what the hell did he say?
That might.
There's a lot of sensitivity right now in the country. You really can't say too much of anything.
Yeah, I mean I think I mean people are rightfully freaked out by the authoritarian aspects of the Conservative Party.
Oh man, stop it.
Here we go.
All this PC stuff came under Obama. You know that.
What happened?
All this political correctness came under Obama. You know that.
Both
You don't
parties are
like
pretty
that
authoritarian.
because it makes you feel less manly or something.
Both parties are authoritarian.
Uh-huh. I don't know. You guys want to just,
Both parties
What makes you-
are.
Okay. I don't get the slandering of being PC. Like, what the heck is that supposed to mean? People outside of the name or what they are, like.
You're supposed you can't take a joke. If you can't joke about yourself, then you really got a problem. You see?
Not
did you see
everything's a fucking joke, man.
Did you see this show?
Like, I'm talking about PC culture in
let's
general.
be-
Like, what's
I mean, let's be reasonable. He's a comedian.
It's trash.
I mean,
What do you mean? What about the PC culture in general? It's trash. It belongs in the garbage can.
And the end game is what again? What do you want?
What do you mean? What do I want?
What do you want, man?
PC culture got to die. A black liberal has to go home and look in the mirror and look at himself and get himself right. What are y'all talking about, man?
I'm asking you man to man, what do you want? You want the end of the PC culture. What do you really want?
End of the PC culture, that'll solve a whole bunch of things, man. That'll bring the people together, man. We can't even joke about each other.
That shit doesn't make any sense, brother.
It makes perfect sense. That's why we're so divided now. You don't get it.
Because
Listen,
they can't call you nigger to your face. That's why we're divided.
I don't care if you can call me nigger all day long. It doesn't affect me. See what the white man tells you affects me.
oh, my body wasn't ready for that,
I
nigga.
don't care. I'm the original man. So what does it make? Why is if I'm the original man, right?
Oh,
Why am I gonna care what my son say?
Jesus. So
That's still my son, right?
you don't want any legal protections. You want to be discriminated against, and then everything will be good.
You're jumping all the way out the window, but I don't want no legal protection over fucking free speech. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt.
So, are you good with getting rid of free
that
speech?
was deep.
Or no? I mean, how far are we going to take this?
Come on, man. You act like, see, I'm a little older. I remember there was this political correct culture wasn't as deep as it is. But you have to look at it. This is the highest PC culture has been in America, and we're further apart as a nation. Don't you? It coincides with each other. You can't draw the parallels.
I mean,
Because you can't openly be a bigot, it's driving people apart. What the fuck? Like,
Then what's happening? What's happening
it's
in America?
illogical.
What's happening in America?
You're
Are we
not
apart now?
you're not angry about PC culture. You're angry about fucking minorities.
I'm in the minority myself. How can I be angry about minority?
No, but this is something that a white person would want.
Listen, I'm black. You're white. I mean, that's what we're talking about, man.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!
Nah.
How am I angry about being a minority?
Huh?
How can I be angry about being a minority? I am a minority.
That doesn't work that way, buddy.
I'm fine with who I am. Y'all care about what the white man say to y'all. I don't care what they say to you.
You just hate everybody. That doesn't make it okay.
You still a trip, man. And I still remember you said Trump will never win. I should have came back. You lucky I was busy. I'd have came back and stunned your ass on this podcast, man.
Well,
I had to, y'all missed it when the whole campaign season. You saw Trump had no chance. Trump has no chance.
well, now he won, and the country's going to shit already.
Bullshit, man.
His numbers are trash. How about that budget, buddy? You love the military, right? You love that military-industrial complex, brother. No, you jumping that shit. $54 billion. Heck on top.
Folks are gonna get rich in the military, man. They're gonna get paid, man.
Trump's going to get paid. Everybody's going to get paid.
They're giving out bonuses like crazy. I just read they gave a recruiter bonus. They trying to get them people in there like anytime. They getting money. You go to the military now, you get some paid. You get rich.
Yeah, 20 grand a year. Fucking awesome. Anyways.
You got to save that bonus money when you sign up.
Oh boy. Yeah, that's definitely a great way to go.
Right. I see. You're one of them privileged cats. I was in the Air Force. I served. You didn't serve a day in your life, man. You don't know nothing about that life, man.
Nope, didn't have to. There's nothing wrong
What is
with
there? See, no. There's no such thing as have to. It's a free choice. You don't have to do anything. I chose to go in the Air Force.
People choose to
typical
self-draft.
white liberal. You look down on people that go in the military and serve and stuff like that, man.
Nah, you're just
But
mad.
you want to use them to go and shoot up Syrians and everything else, man. You're terrible, man.
That's what you support.
Don't support that, man.
Okay. So
That was your buddy Obama's war.
how do you write in your mind this continuing buildup of the military-industrial complex? Isn't that one of the tenets that you were against? Isn't that the antithesis of what Trump was supposed to be? He slashed every social program, and he's going to make the fucking military even bigger. We have the biggest military budget in the fucking world, and he just threw another $54 billion on top of it. What is the end game?
Saudi Arabia and Israel need bodyguards, and we are the bodyguards. You know that, so don't even try to play this game, man. You always play stupid, man. You know what's going on in the world.
Oh, I respect the honesty.
But if you don't support that, and your candidate was supposed to not support that, and now you're like, well, Israel and Saudi Arabia, what about fucking personal responsibility? Isn't that like part of the anti-PC culture? Where's your personal responsibility? Where's your accountability? Where's your integrity? Do those things matter to you? Huh? No?
America is about getting money, man. I don't know what you're talking about, this integrity and all this other crazy stuff, man. America, get money, get rich. 50 Cent told y'all, get rich or die trying, man. I don't know. That's what America is really about. That's all it's about.
Yeah, basically.
Norman, take note of this when you want to have another one of these conversations where the Democrats and the Republicans are the same thing. Just keep this conversation in mind, okay?
I will.
I said it was the same. I just said it was getting that way. Like it's been on that track.
All you actually did say is basically the same thing. Actually, I think we have you recorded saying that it's the same thing.
Well, I mean, it's getting that way. I mean, damn, there's like a thin line.
Sure, you said
Nah, it's not a thin line. It's not a thin line.
It's
not a thin line, man. It's not.
Andy,
it's not.
Andy, when you get stop lost and you have to go fight North Korea, are you going to be excited or disappointed?
They're gonna mop the floor with North Korea. What are you talking about, man? They're gonna mop the floor. That's nothing. Bring up China or something, man, or Russia, man. North Korea, they're gonna mop the floor with them cats, man.
Digga, or Handy Hotep, Uncle Hotep. I love that one the best. Anyway, how do you feel about the Russians interfering with the election?
Man, I don't see they interfered. I mean, did they hack the server, DNC server? Did it? Yeah, maybe, possibly. Did they do the leaks? Maybe, possibly. But that's not dictating from what listening to people like 88. None of that stuff mattered. Right?
Did you watch the hearing yesterday?
Yeah. You talking about the Comey one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched a little bit of that.
All right.
Listen, they were investigating Trump. Y'all know that. He didn't want to answer any of those questions because he said, "Oh, we might be investigating a leaker, so we don't want to say it or not." Every time he didn't answer that question, you can tell what he was doing, man.
Well, the reason he couldn't answer the questions is because they're probably targets of the investigation. And if they were,
How long do you need to investigate?
who?
He didn't want to answer a question because it would have proved that they were investigating Trump and trying to get some dirt on him. They didn't want Trump in office, man. I don't know how many times the deep state, like you and yourself, you and your people's is deep state. You didn't want Trump in office, man.
Yo,
All this stuff was trying to get some dirt on Trump so they can get him out of here. They don't want Trump in there, man.
You and your
I don't know how
people
you
are
can say
deep
that when Comey fucking basically sabotaged that whole thing with fucking Hillary. What, the deep state didn't want Hillary? The deep state couldn't prevent Trump from getting elected? I don't fucking believe that for a second. It sounds like a cop out. It sounds like something a snowflake would say.
They couldn't do it because he had too many votes.
The reptilians couldn't stop Trump. Stop it.
You try to go overboard.
Don't lie to me.
See, that's a typical what's his name, Alex Jones tactic, man. I want to hear that, man. You go ahead.
George Soros couldn't stop Trump. I don't believe that.
He tried his damnedest.
Soros could knock down that tower with his hands, dude.
Oh man,
come on. You know that. You know that. Anyways, but you know, Comey said that there was no fucking. Obama did not order the wiretapping or whatever the fuck Trump thinks happened or read on Breitbart.
He had somebody else do it. You know what I mean? Obama is a smart Negro. He's not stupid enough to sign some papers and say, "Hey, tap Trump."
He's not a smart man. He's a smart Negro.
And got it done.
But the thing is, there would be a paper trail, and there would be judges, and there would be intelligence officers, and you know, there's a whole line of things that would have had to happen.
They got a workaround. All they had to do was unmask. You heard Nunes today. They unmasked certain individuals. They can do that easy. They just unmask them. You're already under surveillance. All they have to do is unmask you. That's it.
I don't know.
And
but
how do
the
you know
reason
this?
It was just. Have you listened to Rand Paul? Rand Paul said this in an interview. He was talking about the masking, and Nunes just said it today. You're gonna have to look it up, man. I can't hold your hand to this, man.
I don't know. It seems like you're misconstruing.
I'm not, man. They tried. Obama was trying to get the dirt on him to save Hillary. You know what I mean? Look how much. Think about it. How much more Obama's legacy would have been better if Hillary was in office right now. His hand-picked successor.
I don't know. I think if there was this, you know, all-powerful deep state, you know, is there an intelligence apparatus deep state? Yeah, but it's not a political arm.
I got a question. You often hear the left saying that we should stop bringing up Hillary, or Hillary shouldn't be always brought up. And the question is, when is the only other option not relevant? Like, when you're talking about Trump or anything Trump did, how is your only other alternative not relevant to what has happened? Like, I don't think we can look at Trump and his performance in a vacuum. Like, we kind of have to consider what our options were and how it could have been had we chosen the only other option available.
But y'all acting like this is Armageddon right now. Has your life changed since Trump has been in office?
It's getting that way.
How? Are the ICE agents coming after your ass? Is y'all papers not right? I don't see no ICE agents coming after my black ass.
Yeah, because I'm an American, but at the same time, guess what? All those people with the whole budget situation, all the people who was like in those poor areas that needed help, guess what? They're asked out.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, this is going to have a pretty profound impact on my life. It absolutely will. And
You're gonna get richer. That's what you mean. That's what you really mean. Your stock options are gonna triple. That's what you're probably saying. So,
I mean, one of the real worries is that I mean, the budget is going to be a catastrophe. Honestly, if it passes as it is, it probably won't happen. But who the hell knows? Anyways,
Do
I
you
mean,
think it'll be a catastrophe as a budget, or just as far as the fallout from not having the programs that were cut?
I think the fallout from these programs being cut is going to be drastic, especially for lower income Americans and older people. You know, one thing that just shocking is you know, cutting the budget to HUD. It's a tragedy. You know, I live in New York, so you know, there's fucking projects everywhere.
You live where?
New York.
that just means they'll gentrify New York that much quicker. They're gonna get them cats out of there, man.
Oh, you live in New York, you said?
Yeah.
Anyway, I mean,
That's what's
all
going
these
to happen.
buildings were built in the 40s and the 50s, and you know they need to be maintained.
They
We're having a housing crisis. I mean,
gentrification.
What?
Yes.
Yeah, we are having a housing crisis.
His budget, his budget is scary, and I really wish he didn't increase the military spending, because I mean, at the end of the day, this is what shrinking government looks like. It's not going to be painless. It's going to be extremely painful. There's nothing you can cut outside of the military that people aren't going to cry bloody murder over. Like, that's just how it's going to be.
How are you giving the military 500?
That's what I just. Did you hear what I just said though? Did you? Were you actually listening?
yeah,
I mean, it's just mind blowing, because you know what irks me the most is that they spend like billions of dollars to build a boat and the shit doesn't work, or a jet that doesn't work. It pisses me off. It really pisses me off. It's like you're spending this much money for a fucking plane that can't fly. It's like, what the fuck was the point of building a plane that can't fly? What the fuck? Are you serious right now?
America's always been a war state, though. So
If I'm spending billions of dollars on a jet, that shit is gonna make Tony Stark look like a fucking like pauper. It's gonna be like next level shit.
He actually tweeted something about making NATO pay us for the protection we provide or something. Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, I mean, one thing that, you know, one of the German foreign ministers shot the shit out of him a couple days ago, because Trump still doesn't understand what the fuck NATO is. And I think the article was on, I think it was on Vice. But anyways, the foreign minister was like, there's no debt, there's no you know, debit side on, or not debit side. I don't know. There's no like, you know, negative balance or whatever due to the NATO members that are on the budget. It's, you know, what they can contribute. You know, that's what it's based on. It's not, we don't owe anyone. Nobody owes the U.S. The U.S. doesn't owe anybody. It's a fucking treaty.
They're not. The other countries are not putting the X amount of money from their budget into NATO, into defense.
I'm reading his tweet now. Germany owes vast sums of money to
hoodwink and bamboozle us. You know, those other countries are not putting it in, and we're footing the bill for defense for NATO.
Does it fucking matter? We just upped our military budget $54 fucking billion on top of the $500 billion or whatever the fuck we already spend. You want to talk about NATO? Who gives a fuck? You want to complain about the war state, but then you want to be like, oh well, fucking NATO. You know, shit doesn't even make any sense.
Because their country, we should be getting money from those countries, and we gotta get money back.
They don't
go for the bill.
Way.
That's the way it should work, though.
Account
That's the way it should work.
But it doesn't.
Well, Trump is going to fix that.
Trump's going to negotiate a new NATO. Yeah. And anyways, the 2% of GDP or whatever the fuck it's supposed to be, I would be fine if they all did that. Great. But they don't have to. That's the thing. There's nothing that makes them do that. And the thing is, if some of those countries, especially the smaller ones, had to do that, they'd fuck up their economies. So then what's the point?
Yo, we don't need NATO anymore. After Trump and Putin become allies, after he beat this case, we don't want to need NATO. We're going to dissolve NATO, and or U.S. and Russia are going to take over the world. So they don't make no damn difference, man.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck NATO.
That what you really want to say, I mean, Digga, what you really want to say is, fuck the U.S. and whatever the fuck else.
Nah,
you don't
man.
Think about this country, do you?
How are you gonna say that, man? I live here. Why wouldn't I care about it? I think your vision and my vision of the United States is totally different. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm just not really into the paleo conservative fucking retarded country.
Because you're a privileged white liberal, man. What do you think, man? Of course it's gonna look different. You know what I mean? You look down on people like us, man.
I look down on people like you for sure. Fucking
Hilarious.
Oh shit, hilarious. Death to the white liberal or to the black liberal.
Yes, definitely.
You're like you're one step away from shouting on street corners like a fucking Hebrew Israelite, man.
No, man. I got too much time on my hands for that simplest, man. I ain't doing all that.
When are you gonna spin this religious cult off into something more profitable?
It's not a cult, it's a mindset. And we getting paper, man. We already making moves, man. People are moving 88. I'm gonna keep you posted.
Hotep, is there anything that Trump has done that has kind of that has given you pause or made you kind of second guess yourself?
Yeah, there's a couple of things. First of all, he should have included Saudi Arabia on the travel ban. I don't know why he didn't. I mean, come on.
You know why he did.
No,
you know why he did. Come on.
I do know why, but I'm saying I was disappointed in that. And
everybody knows why.
And I don't know why he's backing Ryan with this healthcare, man. I'm like, come on, man. He needs to talk to Rand Paul. They say, Rand, draft me a bill, and we'll do it. We'll do it your way, instead of messing with Paul Ryan, man. Paul Ryan's a conservative.
Rand Paul's bill, it would be better, but it would be political suicide, though.
We'd be all right.
People uncovered. No, we wouldn't be.
We go back to where I'm happy to go back to where it was, man. Before Obama, man. I'll take it like that.
That's you would be opening the door to let Dems back in. Right now, you have Dems like on the mat, unable to move. You just keep them there. Just kind of.
I know, man. Because I think I thought I read some polls that 80% of Americans want single payer or something like that.
Yeah, it's getting more and more popular. The worse things get. I think you just concede that and just stay in power and get everything else you want. Like if the Republicans were smart, like it's not worth it.
Though. They're not smart. That's the problem. They're just fucking greedy.
It's like if you give that, like that would just take even more steam out of the Dems. There'd be like almost no opposition party at that point.
Yeah,
I mean, those are the only things that that Trump has done that you had an issue with. Everything else has been A-okay.
Yeah, I think those two things were the biggest things I had a problem with. I didn't have no problem with it. What else he do wrong? He making America great again. Got his daughter as an unofficial advisor. You know what I mean, getting her security clearance. That's boss moves. You know what I'm saying? This is how you look out. You're a father. This is how you look out for your daughter. You know what I mean? He's setting her up for life. She gonna be president one day. Wow.
Okay.
Ivanka Trump president. Ivanka Trump. We're gonna have a long line of Trumps, man. 88's gonna be mad for the rest of his life. Because after Ivanka, it's gonna be Barron, and Barron's gonna be president.
Yeah, I mean, Betsy DeVos can be president after Trump. He's got a whole fucking line of winners in this cabinet.
Them's gonna have to pull out Mark Cuban, man. If Mark Cuban can't get it done, they finished.
The fucking Oprah Cuban ticket. That would be something.
Yeah, one of those two.
Mark
That would
Cuban's
be
a hack. He's not very bright either, if you haven't noticed.
I bet you if I came at him with a hoodie, he'd cross the street if he saw me.
I remember you said that funny shit, man.
I'd have been like, "Are you serious? You're a billionaire. You gonna be afraid of me? You serious right now?"
That's actually
Yeah, I can see Cuban dropping a hard R or two.
Most
I bet
definitely.
he does.
Shit.
Or Zuckerberg. I think Zuckerberg they might be grooming Zuckerberg for this shit.
Nah, I don't see it, man. People were talking about that a while ago. I think he even shot it down. He was doing something for his company. He did the same thing that he did in the U.S. He did the same thing in Africa over the summer. He was in a different country like every month.
All right, that's an hour, guys. We can go ahead and call it.
Oh yeah.